If you ever watched me sew, you will notice that I often like my needle stopping in the down position. So as I stop, usually if it's a large project, that needle nicely stops in the fabric, holds my stitch, so when I move it to get the next area ready to stitch, I don't pull off the line that I'm stitching on. So that's a great way to stay secure. It's also how turning corners become a lot easier, or pivoting with applique. Have that needle stopping in the down position. Now here's what you'll also notice is that I rarely touch the hand wheel. I do everything with the touch of a button or the tap of my foot control. So if you put your toes all the way up at the top of your foot control, so it's not just halfway up, make sure it's at the top, and then you tap your toe quickly, you will get a half a stitch. But look, next time I start to sew, the needle is going to stop in the down position. So if I sew again, needle's in the fabric. If I keep touching this changes. Now every time it stops, it's going to stop up. So even though I might use this to quick bring the needle up or down, you got to remember you're changing that final outcome next time you sew. So now it's always up, but a quick tap of my toe again will take that half a stitch. So it's either needle up or needle down. So sometimes when I'm doing satin stitching, I might need to be on the other side, so I'll just tap my toe 2 times to get to the other side. That's easy. Now remember, when you use the thread snips, doesn't matter if your needle's up or down, it will always raise it to the highest position and cut the thread, making it ready that I don't have to hold those threads when I start to sew. Just lower down your presser foot and go. So again, find what you like, needle stopping down or up, depending on what the light is. The tap of the toe so you don't forget that that's always at your fingertips, and try avoiding using your hand wheel. Now the only time I do use the hand wheel is when I'm trying to get that needle to come down into like an exact point of my fabric, or I'm starting to sew a button on and I need to make sure it goes into the hole and doesn't hit my button while I'm getting it lined up. I'm testing the swing of the needle. So those are the times that you'll see me reaching over here. But otherwise, if I'm sewing, I'm letting the machine do all the work for me.